Hi, this is Jeff at Alpha Computer and welcome to my blog video post. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about numbers. When we think of Twitter, we think of the number 10,000. We think of clout scores. But at the end of the day, how impressive is it if you really have big numbers? Well, let's say you've got 10,000 and most of them are bots. Those are robots that are just following you and you're connecting with. What value, I ask you, what value is that? If you're building a real community of people that you're engaging and connecting with that are referring you to others for business, even though you may not have huge numbers, I believe there's more value for a business that way. Robert Carnes, and a good friend Robert Carnes, we've been throwing this idea around about numbers. It's good to have a good clout score. It's kind of a measure of how well you're doing your influence, how far into the Twitter community you're really going. But wouldn't it be better if we had more people retweeting our messages because they were good? And not only that, but we were connecting with individuals on a regular basis and really building a few good small relationships on Twitter that really mattered, whether they turn out for business or not. That is how you really build good influence. So at the end of the day, after a good span of time, what you end up with is a good number of people that are with you. They're listening to you, you're listening to them, you're engaging them in conversation, and not only that, but they're bringing business your way. Because the worst thing I could think of as far as numbers is if you've got automation and they've got automation, you've got robots following robots. What good really is that? I think the smarter way to build, and it's just my opinion, is to build it with real people, taking your time, getting to know people, sharing your life with them, helping people. I think at the end of the day, your influence will be greater. You may not have the huge numbers that a lot of people have, 100,000, but what if you end up with 5,000 really good followers that were referring work to you, they were passing your name on, that you were helping them? Wouldn't that be a more engaged community? Wouldn't that be something that you'd be very proud to say that you built? So instead of going after the numbers and treating people like numbers, wouldn't it be better to build it the slow, steady way where you're literally connecting with people, you're engaging them in conversation, you're saying good morning, you're wishing them a happy birthday when they're there, questions, answers, if they need something, you send something their way. Wouldn't that be the better way? So instead of thinking about numbers for your Twitter community or even your Facebook community, why don't you think of surrounding yourself with good quality people that at the end of the day, that will give you greater influence because you're building quality and not quantity. I just wanted to give you something to think about this morning so that when you think about how you build, think about what you're going to end up with. Are you just automating everything and just adding people as fast as you can? You don't care who's there, who's not, and you're not there for them? I really don't think that's the best way to build. I think the best way to build is to interact with people, connect with people, be real. When they send you a message, you reply back. And I know that sometimes it's harder to do, but eventually you will get back to them. I think people understand that we're not plugged in, we're not live 24 hours a day, but they want to make sure that they're talking with you and not a robot. And I think if you build that way, I think you're going to be happier with the outcome. So let me leave you with this. How are you building your Twitter account, and are you going to be happy at the end of the day with what you've built? This is Jeff at Alpha Computer, just asking you a question. Have a great day.